Hi there, it's Asia, and today I've prepared for you a Band 9 sample answer to an IELTS Writing Task 2 topic which regularly appear in the exam, both academic and general training. This particular one was reported just a few days ago. By the end of this video, you will develop a better understanding of what IELTS examiners look for and what you need to do in order to achieve a higher score. You will be able to download this sample answer in the PDF format, but for the explanation, watch the video. Ready? Let's get started. Here is our topic. Not enough students around the world choose to study science subjects at university. What are the reasons for this? What impact does this issue have on society? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Write at least 250 words. What do IELTS examiners look for? We know about it if we have a look at the IELTS band descriptors document, which lists all the requirements, and I will show you how my essay meets each requirement for a band 9 score. Okay, the first criterion is called task response, and we read, you should fully address all parts of the task. To address all parts of the task, first of all, we need to determine what type of essay it is. Look at the questions. We have two, and the first one is about reasons. It means we are presented with a problem. Not enough students around the world choose to study science subjects at university. That is our problem. And we need to find reasons for this problem, at least two. And then the next question is about the impact of this problem on society. We need to say what's the impact or how this issue affects society, how this issue affects people. So, in this essay, we need to cover two areas: reasons for the problem and impact of this problem on society. And here, for your own benefit, I really think that you should pause the video and write your answer. And then watch the rest of the video and compare your answer to mine. But I suspect you may not do that. But please prove me wrong and post your answer in comments below. Before I show you the essay, I need to show you another requirement, because only if you know what the requirements are, you'll be able to understand why I write the essay the way I do. Here it is. And the second requirement is coherence and cohesion. And for a Band 9 score, you should skillfully manage paragraphing. It means you need to split your essay into paragraphs logically. Let's read the requirement for a Band 8 as well. You should sequence information and ideas logically. So obviously you need to do that for a Band 9 too. It means we need a plan for the essay. Here is mine. In the first body paragraph, I'm going to give the first reason why not enough students choose to study science at university. And I want to say that many jobs in science are dominated by men, and women don't feel welcome there. That's why they don't study science at university. And then I'm going to give the impact straight away. So what's the impact? Women with the talent for science choose to study other subjects such as social sciences. That means economics, business, law, psychology, and so on. And then in the second body paragraph, I'm going to give the second reason, the second idea. In the past, it was difficult to get a high-paid job in science. That's why bright and ambitious young people choose to study other subjects in order to get a high-paid job. And what's the impact? We have an oversupply. We have too many economists and lawyers, and we don't have enough scientists. It's actually possible to structure your body paragraphs in a different way. We could talk about all the reasons in the first body paragraph and then about the impact in the second. But I've chosen to do it this way. And of course, my essay is going to have an introduction and a conclusion, so let me show you the introduction. Technology is rapidly changing the lives of people around the world, creating a high demand for university graduates with a background in science. However, the number of students studying relevant subjects is well below the required level. This problem seems to be caused by outdated preconceptions, which determine young people's choices today. This introduction is short and to the point. And it's important not to waste too much time on introducing your topic because the main part of your essay is your body paragraphs. Do you know why? Well, have a look at this task response requirement. You should present a fully developed position in the answer to the question with relevant, fully extended, and well-supported ideas. You've probably heard that you must develop your ideas, and that's what you do in your body paragraphs. That's why they should be relatively long in comparison with your introduction and conclusion. So let me show you the first body paragraph I've written. I finished the introduction on talking about outdated preconceptions, and I opened the first body paragraph by saying, one of those preconceptions is that certain subjects are better suited for men. Examples of these include mathematics, computer science, technologies, and other fields of knowledge which are totally dominated by males. In recent decades, a noticeable progress has been achieved by many countries in acknowledging that men and women are equally capable in science. Despite this big step towards equality, female employees may still feel unwelcome or, in some instances, face evident discrimination in male-dominated work environments. So that's the reason why they don't choose to study science. And here is the impact. As a result, many women with a natural inclination to science settle on studying humanities or social science at university, depriving society of their main talent. In this body paragraph, I gave the reason, my first idea, and I explained what it means. I gave some examples and supporting points. And then I gave the impact on society. The format of this video doesn't allow us to dig deeper, but if you want to learn more, I highly recommend enrolling in my Mastering Task 2 course, which is much more detailed, and you will learn how to write essays step by step and how to write each type of essay. Now, let me show you the second body paragraph. Another reason for the lack of science students spreads even wider. In the past, scientists were paid significantly less than professionals in such prestigious areas as business and law. Therefore, ambitious young people tended to choose highly paid occupations, disregarding their aptitude for science. Things have changed. Today, jobs in science are among those with the highest remuneration, but this trend is yet to be reflected in the university application numbers. For example, in the UK, over half of all international students still choose to study for a degree in business. Consequently, economies around the world are affected by an oversupply of social science graduates and a deficit of graduates with technical skills. Not surprisingly, complaints of fresh graduates who cannot find a job are frequent. You might have noticed that my body paragraphs are long. Well, that's because it's a Band 9 essay and it's gonna be 320 words long. But if you are aiming to get a Band 7, Your essay should be between 270 and 290 words, maybe 300, because otherwise you are simply going to run out of time before you finish your essay at all. What I want you to pay attention to is how close I stay to the topic in my body paragraphs. Each sentence helps to answer the question, because otherwise, if I started talking about something which is irrelevant to the topic or less relevant, it would immediately harm my task response score. Now, I want to show you how to fulfill the next coherence and cohesion requirement. Use cohesion in such a way that it attracts no attention. All sentences in your essay should be linked together. Each sentence should follow from the previous one, and there are a number of ways to link them. I'm going to show you a couple here. If we look at the first 3 paragraphs, I mentioned outdated preconceptions at the end of my introduction, and I opened my first body paragraph by saying one of those preconceptions. So there is a link. And the next body paragraph starts with another reason for the lack of science students. So it's immediately clear how my essay is organized. I also used a variety of formal linking words. I want to say that you must use a variety of linking words, of formal linking words in your task 2 essay, and your examiner will specifically check if you do. And naturally, we don't use them, so you have to control yourself. Here are all the formal linking words I've used. However, despite this, as a result, therefore, for example, consequently, not surprisingly, and each time I use a new linking word, I try not to repeat them. So you must learn several linking words for each situation and then vary them in your essay. I have a video where you can learn all of them, and I'm going to link it in the description below. But basically, we haven't seen the conclusion yet, right? Here it is. To conclude, it seems some young people still perceive studying science as a route towards a mediocre income from a job where most of one's colleagues are men. Thus, too many opt for a degree in social sciences, creating an imbalanced society where highly educated university graduates struggle to find a skilled job. My tip is reread the task before writing your conclusion to make sure you actually answer the essay question. In my conclusion, I've summarized the reasons and the impact without repeating my introduction or some sentences and long phrases from my body paragraphs. And that's how it should be for a Band 9 essay. Actually, even for a Band 7 essay, you should avoid repeating your ideas over and over. And in my course, I teach how to avoid repeating your main ideas in the introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion. But right now, I want to say that a Band 7 essay in general is quite a lot simpler, so don't get scared. And let's have a look at the next requirement. It's lexical resource, or your vocabulary. And you should use, for a Band 9 score, you should use a wide range of vocabulary. It means a lot of words, with very natural and sophisticated control of lexical features. It means you should understand exactly what each word means and how you combine each word with other words around it. Rare minor errors occur only as slips. So basically, you're allowed typos and not mistakes. For your vocabulary, you should really aim for accuracy. I'm sorry for the noise. The neighbors have not finished their refurbishment yet. So you should aim for accuracy, because in my essay, I haven't used any extra complex words at all, but I regularly see that students use them and they struggle to get a 7. So you don't need those words. Use words you know well. And try to avoid repeating same words over and over again. Use synonyms when you can. For example, in my essay, I used man, male. As a result, therefore, consequently, inclination, aptitude, talent, job, occupation, all these are synonyms. And I didn't try to replace words which I couldn't replace, such as science, so I repeated it throughout my essay, and that's normal. The next criterion is grammatical range and accuracy, and for a Band 9 score, you should use a wide range of structures with full flexibility and accuracy. It means you need to use different types of sentences, different types of grammatical structures, complex, compound sentences. I talked about them in this video and it will be linked in the description. Rare minor errors occur only as slips. It means you should not make mistakes for a Band 9 score. For a Band 7 score, you also need to use complex and compound and different types of sentences, but you don't need to write sentences which are quite as long as mine. Some of your sentences will be simple and short, and that's fine. Aim to write sentences which are correct. And right now, I want you to download this sample essay in the PDF format, read it again, paying attention to all the different sentence types and all the different things we talked about today. And if you want to learn how to write Type 2 essays step by step, please join my Mastering Task 2 course. Thank you for watching me today. Good luck with your preparation and your exam. Bye!